As you can see in the background, it's an absolute stunning morning on the farm. This major bushfire is still around, that's why it's hazy and smoky. Smells amazing though, I must admit. I've got my friends coming in to greet me. So my task for this morning is I'm going to move this fencing back and give us some more room to park the caravan and just make the horses contained in the actual paddocks that we put them in. At the moment they've got the free range between two big paddocks, and we're going to put a stop to that, and we can let one paddock rest and grow some grass back because it is so dry at the moment. We haven't had rain for a long time. So I'll take you guys up here. Cows mooing at me. My plan is to take these star pickets out. That run of wire behind this guy, there's a post there. I'm going to put a gate off there. Hey, excuse me, can you move? So I'm going to put a gate off here and then just run it down the paddock. There's another corner post down there. So that's the plan for this morning. I've got a bit of a ground height difference here, but shouldn't be a major. So I think I'm going to start by digging in my post, and I've got some bags of rapid set concrete in the old stables over there that have been sitting there for ages, so it might be the perfect time to use them and set these posts in, and then I can hang the gate off them. Want a part? Hey, you want a part? You're stuck inside again, aren't you? Hey, you're stuck in again and you don't like it? It's alright. I'm just going to head over to this existing gate that we have and measure it out, and then I can set up my post. I can get a bit of a distance marker on the ground and start the fun job of digging at 6 o'clock in the morning. So here's my gate. This is our old one. So I need to get a measurement on that. So the actual gate's about 3 meters. So I'm thinking if I do my post about 3 meters, 150, that gives me a little bit of room to get a latch on them and the chain. We use millimeters in Australia, or centimeters, not inches and feet like America. I'm pretty sure that's what America uses, inches, isn't it? Please let me know. So I've just used some old electrical tape to get my straight line from that post up to that post. So I can just keep my star pickets in line with that and put my fence post in. So I'm going to mark it out and start digging. So up on the corner post near the gate, there's a Telstra phone line. It has a bit of a mud map on it and tells you which way the line goes through the ground. I've actually hit that line before digging. I actually knew the line was there, but the problem is they don't put anything around it. They don't put any warning tape on it. So what happened when I dug, I exposed there was like a little small cable that looked like a phone cable. I exposed that and thought, okay, I found it, and then I kept digging and there was one down further underneath it, which I wasn't informed about, and of course I hit it, cut the phone line off to the neighbours. Well, they must have taken the mud map down when they repaired the line for some reason. It was just an engraved map to show you which way the actual line was running, just to give you a bit of a guidance, but of course it's not there now. So I've dug the hole for the post. It's probably about 400 deep, which will be okay once I concrete up to the top of it. It should make it solid enough to just hold the gate. Well, I now need to go and find my fence post. My options are I can pull that round one out, which is the same as this treated pine post there, or I've got a square post 100 by 100, which is probably a bit more practical to screw the gate onto. So anyway, I'm going to go and check that out and bring something back and get it into the ground. So I'm going to pull a fence post out with the gate on it already. It'll save me drilling new holes through it and remounting the gate. So hopefully it comes out easy. I'm not sure when the guy put them in if he concreted them, so fingers crossed he hasn't. So this one here, it'll just save me drilling holes in for the mounting brackets. So if I undo that nut there, it should come off quite easy. So luckily for me, I think the person that put the fence post in has only used rocks to pack it in, not concrete. So that's one win, but I can't get this bracket off the post. So I'm trying to dig it out, and I'm going to take the whole lot down there in one, and then I'll set the gate up on some bricks and get it all level. But yeah, these nuts are like seized on for some reason. So I've set my fence post up in the hole. I had to cut a bit off. It was a bit long because of the previous hole that it was in was super deep. So I've cut it off to make it a bit easier for myself. I've screwed on some temporary boards just to hold it square. And I've put some water mix in there. So I'm going to add a bit of water in this hole, let it soak in. I'll just let that soak into the mortar mix. Going to add some more, make the mortar mix come up a bit higher. You can see it's soaking in already. And it's rapid set concrete, so it should set in about 15 minutes. I'm going to put a support brace off it, so when I tighten the fencing, like the wire, this notch out here, I'm going to put a bit of timber in there coming down like this, so it won't pull the post out of the ground. Even though it's concrete, you can get some pretty good force when you're tightening the wire on the fencing, and it pulls the post over. So I'll just put an extra support bracket in there, and I'll finish this concreting. So I've just spray painted on the ground 2 meters 500 to going to be the distance between my star pickets. I'm putting them a little bit closer to try and keep the cow in, because I feel that the spacings of these ones are a little bit too far, and she just pulls the wire up and she slides underneath. So that's the reason I've gone a little bit closer. So I've pulled my wire through. It's not the most fun job, especially the barbed wire. So I'm just going to put 3 runs on this. I've got one at the top, one just down below, and then I've got that runner barbed wire at the bottom to stop that cow. So I just have to twitch the wire now to tighten it. I'm not going to over tighten it because I don't want to pull that post out that's still setting in with the concrete. This is actually called a twitch, and it just twists and tightens the wire. So you use this tool here and it just winds up. So I've pretty much finished my fencing. I've just got to let that post dry a little bit more before I twitch it a bit tighter, because it has moved the post a little bit, so I've had to repack that, which, yeah, I was hoping it didn't happen. Of course, me being impatient was bound to happen. So I've just put this run of white tape there. It's a bit of a sight for the horses, just so they know that the fence is here. They're very intelligent, but I just like to do it. If they don't rub their eyes on the top of the post, they just know that they're there. It's just something that I like to do. Got a massive cleanup now. I've got wire everywhere, and then I've got to pull them star pickets out and get rid of them. Like I said yesterday, I need to get a star picket remover. My friend just went out who I was going to go and get it off, so hopefully he'll be home soon and I can pop over and get it. It's going to make life a lot easier. I tried to get one out already by hand and it snapped off in the ground, so if I can pull them out and reuse them, that's a bonus. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end today's vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to live, love and respect. Bye.